Then we have the problem, worldwide problem of bigotry. And of course, here is the symbol of bigotry because he persecuted particularly Jewish people, ridding 2/3 of the Jewish population of Europe. And we know the stories of the Holocaust and the ovens and all that. He's not the most evil, maybe, leader in the world. Stalin was pretty evil himself, but he was a symbol. Because this is a war that killed 80 million people. The biggest war, the biggest casualties of all. And of course, bigotry takes so many forms. We know about the KKK. They came into being when the slaves were released or freed. And since then, there's been 4,000 lynched, black African American lynched since then. And of course, they also target Catholics, gays, Muslims. They want them to be just like them. Thank God there's only a small amount of them. And of course, in the U.S., when the founders of the U.S. Declaration of Independence declared that all men are created equal, it did not include females at all, just white males. The next abusive world problem is animal abuse. 150 billion animals are murdered each year for human benefit, for food, for hunting, for euthanasia, for fashion, and for laboratory experiments. In the fashion industry, 1,500,000,000 animals are murdered for their furs and their hides. In laboratory experiments, there's often repeated experiments just to get the grant. And the same experiment, the same result, is torturing more animals. That is animal abuse. And of course, we have the problem of all the environment. And much of it is man-made. The global warming we're contributing, the excessive use of oil, excessive use of resources, on and on and on. And all these problems can be summarized by a doomsday friend of mine who I asked to summarize the 21st century. And so I started with it with a painting that I had done before called Mother Earth is Pissed. So the poem is entitled Doomsday Dick's Summary of the 21st Century. Mother Earth is pissed, global warming insists, Earth's resources depleted speedier and speedier, human conflict casting incredible disasters, food monopolies, animal atrocities, rainforests disappear, polluted water and air, addictions, convictions, capitalism is a theory that has failed humanity and created global disharmony. Prisons are statistically obsolete. Uber violence repeats. Military costs are obscene. Sports and entertainment, temporary distractions to hide up-down diabolical actions. World economies are going down. The human race is near its end. It is the trend. I don't think so. I think Pulahi Paki had it right about her vision, that the world is in terrible strife in the 21st century. I also believe in the other half of her vision, that we can heal the world. So, a little more history. She took her vision to the 2000 Governors Conference in Honolulu that was held in 1970. She stood up and shared her vision and pled for everyone to use the Hawaii to teach and use and apply the Aloha Spirit to the rest of the world. So from that action of hers, a law resulted, the Aloha Spirit Law. And to read this law, it was dictated by her. I want to invite Kawai again to read the Aloha Spirit Law using native Hawaiian pronunciation, not mine.
Aloha Spirit is the coordination of mind and heart within each person. It brings each person to the self. Each person must think and evoke good feelings to others. In the contemplation and presence of the life force, aloha, the following unihi laula loa may be used. Akahai, meaning kindness, to be expressed with tenderness. Loakahi, meaning unity, to be expressed with harmony. Olu olu, meaning agreeable, to be expressed with pleasantness. Ha'aha'a, meaning humility, to be expressed with modesty. Ahonui, meaning patience, to be expressed with perseverance. These are traits of character that express the charm, warmth, and sincerity of Hawaii's people. It was the working philosophy of native Hawaiians and was presented as a gift to the people of Hawaii. Aloha is more than a word of greeting or farewell, or a salutation. Aloha means mutual regard and affection and extends warmth towards others in a caring with no obligation in return. Aloha is the essence of relationships in which each person is important to every other person for collective existence. Aloha means to hear what is not said, to see what cannot be seen, and to know the unknowable.
Beautiful.
I have an impression of the Aloha Spirit like and I wrote a haiku. It shows the 5 Aloha laws that form an acronym, and then it shows the limbs of the meaning. And my haiku is, rainbow tree roots deep, spiritual, I'm sorry, I can't remember my haiku. Let me try that again. Rainbow tree roots deep, aloha spirit mana, each person chooses. Now, the meaning of this was Pilahi Paki's Pilahi Paki said that aloha spirit is in the land. It's in the mana of the land. We feel it, we know it. But we have to choose it, to embrace it, to become one with it. So I'm going to ask our Hawaii maiden from Kamehameha School to read another poem by Pilahi Paki on how to choose the aloha spirit.
What is aloha? Before you can have aloha, you must do aloha. Before you can be aloha, you must choose aloha. Before you can choose aloha, you must have the power to choose. Before you have the power to choose, you must be the source of the power. Before being the source of the power, you must be conscious of the source.
That's what, in my painting, this is what these people have done. They've embraced the aloha spirit of all, and they're part of the shift that's going to happen, that's going to change our world. And anything else? I guess no, that's it for now. I do want to do what's next, which is to introduce someone that's been very special to me in some of the seminars she has, and this is Gabriella Mollier, and her husband Raymond, who manage the Pono Institute and teach human source code seminars to lead us, our consciousness, closer and closer to the fifth dimension of pure love. And it works, and she's also adopted the Aloha Spirit Law in her seminars, and she has written a poem that she's going to share with us now.
I want to thank you for this evening and for being here and honoring Wyatt, who has been to me such an important influence on so many levels. We met about 2 years ago in a group of artists that I was invited to, and we were speaking all about how can we incorporate art into our lives. And he started to share about the Aloha Spirit Law. Now, I know Maui since I was 19 years old. I had not heard about this. I almost felt backwards that I live in a state that has a law about the aloha spirit. And just reading it at the beginning was one thing, but he so inspired me to dig deeper, because the words that you read so eloquently can evoke so much in us. And so I wrote a poem of how this Aloha Spirit Law came to me. Let me tell you about a precious gift I received some time ago. It was given to me by someone who is dancing in the flow. A wise man with a heart of gold and purple in his hair. The embodiment of the secret law that I am going to share. It's with gratitude that I give to you this gift that comes from love. From the people that live in paradise when the sun shines from above. It's the essence of each relationship, the spirit that fuels the heart, the connection between each one of us that needs no counterpart. Everyone gets as long as they want until they realize that life is just a love game and oneness is the prize. Kindness expressed with tenderness, unity with harmony, agreeable expressed with pleasantness, humility with modesty, patience with each other, and perseverance is the way. That's the Aloha Spirit Law. To be loved, love, love every day. It's Hawaii's gift to its people to be shared around the world. An expression of aloha with each move and every word. Aloha, to learn what is not said, to see what can't be seen, and to know the unknowable were the words of our Queen. If all of us share this law of love and express our island's truth by letting go of all that is not love, so each part of us can improve. Aloha opens mind and heart, and it heals the wounds of our souls. We are not meant to be perfect, but for sure we are meant to be whole.